Hey guys, Steve here for Who Took My Dice Miniature Wargaming, and welcome to the third and final build installment on my Bitz Wrangler Inquisitor series. So, if you haven't seen the other two videos, please check them out. One about actually the build for Inquisitor Crasstus, and the other one for his xenos bodyguard. You also get to see sort of a little bit of background on him. He is, as a review, an Imperial Inquisitor, obviously, who of the Order of Xenos, who's sort of fallen off the deep end, gone rogue, right? Whether it's because he's actually gone insane, or because he's become disillusioned, or just decide the best way to fight all the Xenos out there is to use their own abilities against them. Who can say? I can, but I'm not going to tell right now. But so on the third part here, it's a little bit different. One, we're not actually building anything for the Inquisitor, but actually something to fight against him. Some sort of Imperial hero to fight against the insanity that is Inquisitor Crasstus. It's also a bit different because of the way I'm doing this build. With the other ones, I kind of had a general idea and just sort of went through and found bits that kind of fit it. Especially with Crasstus, I use a lot of actually, for the most part, it's all Imperial, not Imperial, sorry, Empire bits from back in the day from Warhammer. Fantasy Battle, a lot of it. I think there's only a couple bits on there actually from any sort of Warhammer 40,000 sets. And again, with the Acolyte, the Xenos bodyguard, again, it was finding bits and sort of fitting them together and seeing how they worked. For this guy, though, probably most because I found all the bits originally, I want to design something that was looked a specific way with the specific bits in mind. I've got them all set up now. We'll go through that in a second. It was kind of a funny thing. At first I thought, you know what, I'll have him go up against a Space Marine. I love Space Marines. I love Ultramarines, obviously. And I actually have a Primaris Lieutenant. That's actually just a standard Primaris Marine that I did a head swap for. I used a head from the Ultramarine upgrade sprue, and I actually did a little conversion work in there too by taking the standard magazine off his bolter rifle and replacing it with a magazine from a storm bolter, making it look more like a heavier weapon. That way I can use it as a stalker pattern or assault bolter rifle, any way I want. But then I decided, you know what, let's avoid that. Let's make this just sort of human versus human. And I went through, I could do Cadian, I've got the bits for that, I could do maybe Vostroyan. But I thought, you know, as crazy as this guy is, right? And I'm having him sort of be kind of unhinged. I'll talk about some more of that, the fluff, later. But I decided, I could put up a standard guy, you know, a lot of these regiments, whether Vostroyan or Arcadian, Catacan, whatever, there's a nobility to them, right? Various levels, but I wanted one that was going to be not only unflinchingly loyal to the Imperium, but one that would take it to an extent. And I thought the best way to do that would be to do one of the blue blood regiments, I like to call them. And you'll see them from time to time. These regiments that come from well-to-do planets that are, you know, their training, their equipment is all top-notch, right up there with the Schola Progenium. And then they look down on the regiments that they don't think are as dignified or as and also so this arrogance also takes them to extra heights. They believe that nobody worships or venerates the Emperor as much as they do, right? So I thought it would be perfect, a great twist. You have one guy who says he's loyal, the Crasstus, I should say, who's loyal to the Imperium, but concerning with Xenos, you know, maybe using Xenos tech. And then you have another guy on the other end who's completely loyal to the Emperor, and his arrogance is just, it's palpable. Like that's the kind of character I want. And I did, you know, in the middle of doing research for another video I'm working on, I came across one like the Valpone. I think I'm saying that right. Valpone, I think. And they're one of the regiments. They're one of these blue blood regiments that end up having issues with the Gaunt and his ghosts, right? The Tanith First and only. One, because they think they're so much better because of their upbringing, their, you know, what have you. So I had to go for specific parts. Again, I found a lot of them with old Empire bits. So I'm going to flip to that right now, and we're going to have a look at what I've chosen and why, and then I'll assemble them, and we'll get to sort of the final showing for them, and then we'll work on to I have at the end I have a little request from everybody, so we'll get to that soon. So here we have the bits, pretty simple. The base, a pair of Acadian legs, a nice little torso there. It's got two griffins holding hammer, obviously very Sigmarite, but this it just looks like nice ornate armor. I have a Knight Panther head, again just to going for sort of the over-the-top armor this guy would have. A pistol of some sort there, a armored up arm, chose it for a particular reason, and of course a sword arm here. Right, very simple, but again it's gloved. It looks a little bit more, especially when you paint it up, it'll look a little bit more high end. So I'm gonna put this guy together, and we'll have a look at them, and I'll discuss sort of why I chose these bits and just the overall form of this guy. And here we have the completed Imperial hero. Something out of Imperial Guard Regiment, one of those blue bloods. So I went for something about as regal as I possibly could. I went with the nice ornate armor, the specialized helmet, a cape, obviously a specialized sword, gloves, the whole thing. I wanted to look like he was something special, whether it's because of his upbringing or his own egotistical mind. This guy is not your standard guardsman. He is definitely, I consider, one of the blue bloods. So you can see there, I've got them all put together in sort of a running position, the sword drawn out, pistol ready, cape flowing behind him. Even the placement, and this is an important thing if you're what I've noticed over the years, if you ever want to sort of give the, what's sort of like for impression of movement, I always find put the model near the back of the base. It's like it gives it like he's an impression of him running across the ground, right? And there we have him, our nameless Imperial hero, who's going to throw down and hopefully end this fallen Inquisitor before he can do any more damage. So I'm going to flip back now and we'll finish this all off. And there we have it, guys. That's our Imperial hero, ready to go off and face off against this fallen Inquisitor. So yeah, I had a lot of fun again putting this guy together, and again, it's really, really easy to take the bits that you've got lying around and create brand new characters, brand new, even if it's a standard unit, but you've just taken a new take on it. It's awesome. It's a great thing to do and a great way to kind of expand your hobby muscle, keep things working, right? And a great way to add a whole ton of character to your army. So now to paint these three guys up, and this isn't the end of it. Bitz Wrangler in the past, I've painted things up, so I'm going to continue that. I'm going to paint these guys up, and that leads me to a question and a sort of the request ahead. So the question is, would you guys like to see more background story on Crasstus, on this Imperial hero, sort of a background story, maybe even an origin story, if you were, for these beings? That's the first question. So let me know, guys, down below, or email me or what have you. Let me know. Yeah, we definitely want to see more of this, because I'd be very interested in doing that. And the request I have is a very special request. Request/challenge. I would love to see you guys, all of you out there, try your hand at this. I'll call it a challenge. There's no real reward. I'm not going to give anything away at the end. The sort of reward is in the doing, right? But like take whatever bits you can find, whatever sort of sparks your imagination. As shown here, I've mixed orc and beastman, empire bits, guard with empire, the whole shebang. So let me try. I want you guys to try it. And build your own characters. It doesn't matter what it is, what army you play, whether you're deep into the fluff or not. Just come up with your own character, and I want you guys to do a quick video on it and call it My Bitz Wrangler, and then the name of whatever it is. It doesn't have to have a specific name. It could just be Inquisitor, like Imperial Hero, or Necron Overlord, whatever you want. But I want you guys to take the bits you have and sort of build your very own character. Say one that represents you on the battlefield for your guys. Right, for whatever army you play, it doesn't matter what it is. Create your own character, out of whatever bits you have lying around, whatever extra bits you can. Chop it up, cut it up, glue it together as many ways you want. It could be simple as a head swap. It doesn't matter. Like my 9th Company Ultramarines captain literally is just a different backpack and a different left arm. That's it. Here he is right here. My soon-to-be finished Primaris Lieutenant. Literally a head swap. I don't know if you can see it there. And the gun, the bolter, the magazine change. That's it. Right? And therefore he's my very own unique, Primaris. So again, that's simple, guys. But yes, please, guys, it would mean a lot to me if you did that, and I would love to see the creative hobby side of it. I know all you guys have. Even if you're brand new, just try it. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. It's awesome. So I'm in there, guys. As always, you're awesome. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the little bell there so you get the updates. Facebook or YouTube apparently isn't giving those out now. As always, guys, keep rolling those dice. We'll see you later.